there folks, John here with Through My Lens, and today I'm coming to you with another firearms related video. Today we're going to be looking at this Magnum Research Switchbolt rimfire rifle. Now amongst Steel Challenge competitors, Magnum Research is not a brand that many are familiar with. There are several makers out there that modify the Ruger 1022 platform, which is by far the most popular platform to shoot within Steel Challenge. But not a lot of folks know anything about Magnum Research. But I think that's all about to change because over the last several months, several members of the Steel Target Paint shooting team, most notably team captain Steve Foster, as well as Chris Barrett, have been experimenting and using the Magnum Research Switchbolt. They've been working very closely with Magnum Research to produce a product that will be of extreme interest and I think very popular within the Steel Challenge community. So let's take a look at this particular rifle because it is almost identical to the configuration that Chris Barrett has used in what has become quite an accomplishment for this young man. For those of you that don't know, Chris Barrett has in the last few months become the first person to ever shoot a match score below 60 seconds on 8 stages of Steel Challenge. He did it in rimfire rifle open division, and he did it with a Magnum Research Switchbolt. Again, configured very similarly to what you see here. Now, so far, he has not been recognized as having the world record in rimfire rifle open. He has yet to do that in competition at the World Speed Shoot, which according to official Steel Challenge rules is the only venue where a competitor can be recognized as having the world record. But if Chris is able to do that at the upcoming Steel Challenge World Speed Shooting Championship in Talladega, Alabama, he will hold the world record in rimfire rifle open. And I have every confidence in my teammate, Chris Barrett. But as I mentioned, Steve Foster and Chris have been working very closely with Magnum Research to make a very special rifle. The rifle that you see here on the table, while it is a Ruger 1022 platform, there is nothing on this gun that comes from Magnum Research that has any Ruger parts. So outside of the magazine, there are literally no parts or no components on this rifle that were made by Ruger. Now, if you are interested in getting a Magnum Research Switchbolt, it is a very custom experience. Right now on your screen, you're seeing a URL come up for Magnum Research's custom rifle building website that you can go to and actually do a custom build on your very own Magnum Research Switchbolt. There's lots of different options, but I'm going to show you this particular configuration that I think will be of interest to most Steel Challenge competitors because, again, this is essentially the same configuration that Chris Barrett uses and has used to get his time on 8 stages of Steel Challenge below 60 seconds. Starting with the barrel, this is a stainless steel barrel made in-house at Magnum Research. It is a threaded barrel. You'll want to make sure you choose a threaded barrel option on the Magnum Research rifle building application website. It's got a cap on it right now. I have a compensator that has been ordered and is en route. But the barrel itself is, again, stainless steel and is wrapped in graphite. It is extremely light. Really impressed with the barrel so far. The upper receiver set here, all this is, again, made in-house at Magnum Research. One of the interesting features on it is the charging handle, the way this is designed and manufactured. The charging handle is reversible. You can put the charging handle on the left or on the right-hand side. Most competitors who are right-handed will probably want that on their left side, which is great. There's a very nice pick rail that's on top of this rifle because I bought it for rimfire rifle open. Haven't played in rimfire rifle irons yet, but you can get this rifle in a flat top if that's the way you want to go and you're interested in competing in that division. From a stock perspective, this stock is a Black Hawk Axiom stock. It is the lightest stock that is currently available for this particular platform, for any Ruger 1022 platform. Again, this is the one that Chris uses. You'll see from an optic perspective, I'm using a Romeo 3. It's the same optic that I use on my PCC setup, but I'm using a different mount. This is a low mount because the way the Ruger 1022 platform is built, this sits much higher on the rifle. Now, depending on the optic that you use with it, you may need to order the accessory cheek riser that fits on the back of the stock here. Chris Barrett does use that in conjunction with his Seymour optic, but again, I'm using this Romeo 3, and the Romeo 3 optic in the box comes with both a low and a high mount, so I find that it works just fine without the cheek riser with the Romeo 3 low mount. Now, from a trigger perspective, I chose the Kid single stage trigger that is available again in the rifle configuration app on the Magnum research site. It is a fantastic trigger. This may be the nicest trigger I have shot on any rifle pistol ever. Right now on the screen, you are going to see a photograph of me using a trigger scale to measure the pull weight on this trigger, and it's coming in at an astonishing 1.5 pounds of pull weight. And I can tell you, in terms of pre and post travel, there's just no movement on either side. This trigger is just phenomenal. Highly recommend it. This is an awesome trigger for Steel Challenge. Again, as I mentioned before, Chris Barrett likes a very light rifle. I do as well. And with this combination, with this stock and the other components that are in the rifle, you can come in at a very lightweight. You're going to now see a picture of me actually weighing the rifle. And I've never seen a rifle this light before. It shoots phenomenally well. There are other barrel options that really are aesthetic options. You can get different carbon fiber sleeves on the barrel, black, blue, red, different kinds of weaves. Lots of different looks are available for that custom look that a lot of competitors like. You really, in terms of the custom experience, you can make this the way you want it. And then, again, you're going to be able to come away with a rifle that is going to perform almost identically to how Chris Barrett performs. And in terms of the performance, I was really, really blown away. Let me feed in some footage from the range here, and that you'll see some of the drills that I did and have continued to be doing with this rifle. And even without a compensator, I am just awestruck at how flat this thing shoots, how quickly it transitions from target to target, and the reliability really exceeds my expectations, because I never considered that the Ruger 1022 platform could be this reliable. It is just phenomenal in how well this performs. Okay, I just ran 50 rounds of this Elite Force 22 long rifle ammunition through the Magnum Research Switchbolt. Completely reliable, no failures on the 50 rounds. I'm going to continue testing, but this is a fantastic result so far, and it shot wonderfully. Most of my strings on 4 plates at 10 yards were in the 130 to 135 range, which is pretty darn smoking fast. Taking my last split time, doubling it to get a projected time on 6 plates. I shot a low of 178, I believe, to 185. I had several strings that were below 2 seconds, which is normally unusual for me. So very excited about the upcoming competition season. Okay, another .56 start, 135 on 4 plates,
and 25 splits. You add 0.5 seconds to that, and we're at 185. So that's very nice. Very, very nice. Okay, this is a particularly good one. So 131 on 4 plates, 0.57 first shot. Last split was 26, so if you double that for the last 2 plates, you come out with 52. So about 183 projected on 6 plates, which would be most excellent. I'm really happy with that. Okay, that's a switchback drill or transitions drill. First shot, 0.6, 165 to complete with 23 splits. Double that 23 to 46, and we are just over 2 seconds if you project it for 6 plates. Again, faster than I've ever been able to move with a rifle of any kind before. Okay, another 50 rounds down with no failures out of the Magnum Research Switchbolt. This time I switched over to CCI Clean Fire 22s, and again, they ran phenomenally. This thing appears to run very reliably among a number of different ammunition types and brands. So I couldn't be any happier. This is so phenomenal.
I really only started shooting rimfire rifle last year. I shot it for the first time at the World Speed Shoot when I competed there last year. And this year I think I'm going to be competing in Rimfire Rifle Open at every major match that I shoot, and I think I'm signed up for 5 or 6 majors so far, and I know there's going to be several others that I'm going to be shooting this year. So really looking forward to using the Magnum Research Switchbolt in Rimfire Rifle Open this year. I'm fairly certain that I'm going to make Master class very quick, and will be pursuing a Grandmaster classification soon thereafter. But I'm really, really excited that Steel Target Paint has been able to work with Magnum Research. Our shooting team has been providing input. One of the biggest changes that they've made is the chambering for these particular rifles. Historically, they've chambered their Switchbolt product to be more of a precision type of a gun. We've kind of given them some feedback, and they've now have a Sportster chambering, which is bored out just a little bit to enhance reliability. And that's one of the biggest changes that Magnum Research has made. So make sure that when you order your Magnum Research Switchbolt, that on the custom rifle configurator, you do choose the Sportster chamber, because that will be much more appropriate for Steel Challenge. So there you have it, folks, the Magnum Research Switchbolt rimfire rifle. It is a fantastic product. I am absolutely in love. Did not think that a Ruger 1022 type rifle would really do it for me this much, but I am absolutely thrilled with this product. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Take care. God bless. We'll see you in the next one. I hope you've enjoyed this production from the Through My Lens YouTube channel. If you did, please click on the like button and do share the video on social media. If you'd like to see more content like it, please do subscribe to the channel, follow me on Instagram and Facebook, and do check out Through My Lens at www.throughmylens.org.